Hello everyone, we are here with Diva Satanica from the Brazilian thrash metal band Nervosa.
Yeah.
And their new album, Perpetual Chaos, is out now via Napalm Records.
Beautiful.
Hi Diva.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Fine, thank you. So happy to be here with you.
Yes, I'm Natasha Lane, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, yeah.
I've seen you were doing a lot of interviews already in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, but I think that's a good thing, because that means that people are interested in what we are doing. So we are very thankful and very honored.
Okay, awesome. Well, let's start with the first question if you're ready.
Yeah, sure.
How did you came up with the name Diva Satanica? Can I take a guess?
Oh, really? Yeah.
Is it because of the song of Arch Enemy? Yes?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good,
Right.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, Arch Enemy has been probably one of the first extreme metal bands that I've heard. And obviously, Angela Gosso was the singer at that time. So for me, she was like the first woman that I could see on stage rolling. And that had a big impact on me. But this song is much older. It's from the previous era of the band with Johan Liva, the other vocalist. And when I listened to this song, for me it was like, wow, this is perfect. The lyrics just summarize very good the idea of the alter ego that I wanted to create on stage. So I was searching for a different name, because with my other band, Blood Hunter, it's a melodic death metal band. I was thinking that my real name, Rocío Vázquez, it was very Spanish and not very death metal. So I started to search for another different name, but all the demonology and occultist related names were taken. So I thought that probably I should look at another place. And then it came to my mind, this song, and I thought that it was a cool idea.
Nice. Okay, so I was right.
Yeah, you were.
Okay, next question. Did you ever went to a Nervosa concert back when you weren't a member?
Oh yeah, I saw Nervosa like many times on stage before joining the band, and especially at summer festivals. And for me, Nervosa has been always like one of the main references in the extreme metal scene, because there are not many all-female formed bands. So yes, for me, it's been like one of the few examples that I could watch live and listen to their albums. And yes, I was a big fan of the band, and I was very, very impressed with the vocal register of Fernanda, because there were not many singers using that kind of register so high in this in a thrash metal band. It's more common, but not with this thrash death vibe. And for me, it was like very interesting. So they immediately had my attention.
Oh.
Yeah.
And now you're in it yourself.
Oh,
Crazy, I think, right?
crazy world. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never could imagine that something like this could happen to me. As a fan, I always wanted the old formation, the old lineup, were just like that, So for me, it was hard in the beginning as a fan, but then imagine like, wow.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, the new album, Perpetual Chaos. Can you tell us more about the artwork
Yeah.
and the meaning?
Ah! I love it. Um, let me try to pronounce correctly the name of the designer. I think it's Abrar Ahmal. It's kind of tricky to pronounce. It's an amazing artist, and I think he just took perfectly the idea of this perpetual chaos with this all the school vibes with the Green Reaper, but at the same time with this vivid colors like the neon blue and all that kind of stuff, that it's not very related to the thrash metal, that it's more common to use green or red or something like that. Like the blue, it's a color for being peaceful and calm and has nothing to do with extreme metal music, you know. But in this case, I think it matches perfectly, and it's a good contrast to have. So yes, I really love the artwork. I think he has done an amazing job, obviously. And well, this album talks about it's like the perfect match for this era that we are living, with this COVID situation about chaos, you know, and apocalypses.
Yeah.
That was not our intention. Indeed, it was like we wanted to talk about this topic of the human behavior and how just the human being had caused this terrible chaos to the planet, to the universe, with all our activities like corruption, wars, animal abuse, all that bad things that the human being had created. And indeed, any of the songs in this album deals with a different topic. For example, Guided by Evil talks about that people that doesn't care about the others and about their lack of empathy. And for example, People of the Abyss talks about sexual abuse. We were inspired, like in the Jeffrey Epstein case, and you know, each one of the songs has a different idea. So yeah, I think it's very diverse and cool.
Yeah, my next question was about that. Actually, the lyrics are about heavy subjects: depression, animal
Mm-hmm.
cruelty, abuse, suicide. Doesn't that makes it difficult and hard to play these songs?
Well, I think at that point, some of these things had happened to us, or we have lived close to this kind of situations in some way, not all of them. But yes, for example, Until the Very End, that talks about suicide. It's like the closest for me, because in my daily job, I work as a nurse with psychiatric patients. So for me, it's like something sadly kind of common. And yeah, it's hard because when we were writing the lyrics with our producer Martin Furia, we were trying to think about these situations that they talk to you about, how depressed they feel and how they are struggling with their own brain just to go through that sadness. And yeah, sometimes when you think about that, conversations with them can be rough, but in the end, these songs has a very positive message. It's like a claim for, come on, you can do it, and we all can find the light at the end of the tunnel. So just ask for help, talk to somebody, and everything will be okay. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. I have read that there are a lot of influences of Motorhead on this
Oh
album.
yeah.
Did you ever get
Yeah.
the chance to watch Lemmy live?
Oh, that would be a nice thing to do, I think. I mean, Lemmy has been a legend for any metalhead in the world. So, yes, it's a big inspiration for all of us. And I think probably if he would be alive, I think he would like the songs because, especially, I don't know, maybe Time to Fight or Rebel Soul would be very catchy or interesting for him, I think. And maybe someday at one venue, like in a summer festival or something, we could meet and, you know, like, hey, let me, you will like the song, but man, it's impossible. So yeah, it's like a kind of tribute to him. And it was not something that we were thinking to do intentionally, but it's obviously one of our influences. So yeah.
Well, maybe he will hear it from above, if it's above.
I hope so.
Maybe. Which song was for you the most challenging to record?
um, Maybe, well, yeah, for sure, one of the bonus tracks, and I will talk about this later, maybe, but maybe People of the Abyss, because it has long phrases to sing all alone, you know, and with my register, it's kind of difficult to work in that way with the breathing control, and you're using your diaphragm. So it's kind of tricky at some phrases. And Exige, that is the bonus track for the South American fans. It's a song in Portuguese, so I've never had the chance of singing in Portuguese with my register, and it's been very difficult because I understand perfectly Portuguese, but the pronunciation, it's very different from Spanish for sure, or English or whatever. And it's been, wow, like a nightmare in the beginning for me. It was like, oh my God, I cannot do this, but I want. I don't want to disappoint anybody. So I tried my best, and Prika helped me a lot with the pronunciation. It was like with every single word, he was like, repeat. And I was trying to say it just like her. So yes, it not took many time, I must say, but yeah, it was very difficult in the beginning for me. Yeah.
Nice. And how many languages you speak?
Um, I must say that only Spanish properly, because my English is not very good. I used to speak French when I was at high school because I studied that, but I never practiced since then, so I forgot almost everything. And I can understand everything in Portuguese, but I speak like, like if I was Chinese or something. It's terrible, but yeah, I can handle it.
Okay, nice. Okay, next question. When I watch the documentary and videos about the new album, I see you all are very passionate about it. It's very nice to see. What are your other passions besides Nervosa?
I don't know. Well, we are all very different, and I think we have very different personalities at all from each other. And even we have very different musical backgrounds. Eleni has been involved in a lot of different projects out of the metal scene, even like funky and, well, a lot of different stuff. Mia has been working in the black metal scene with Abbath and Triumph of Death. Prika has been always working in the thrash side, and I've been more involved into the death metal scene, but I had a chance of doing a lot of collabs with other people from other music genres. So we are like this mix of influences, very diverse, I think, and that makes everything interesting, because the only point in common I think that we have is our passion for music, and this feeling of knowing each other since always, even when we live in different countries and we speak different languages, even that it's like I don't know, the first time that we met in the studio, it was like, wow, it's weird, but I feel that I know them from many time ago, and that connection, it's like I think we are very different, but at the same point we just understand each other perfectly for some reason. Yeah.
Yeah, you could see that on the documentary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think even that energy has to be translated in some way to the music, because I think this album is like very fresh, very easy to listen, and maybe it's because of that, because you can work with a lot of people without knowing each other and being professional, but when you just get along very well with your bandmates, it's kind of different. Yeah.
Okay, next question. You participated in the TV program The Voice. How was that?
Hmm. Yeah, very cool. It was very funny, and I learned a lot, definitely, because everybody, I was very, I felt very overwhelmed because I've never been in a situation like that. I've never could imagine that I could be in a TV show like that, because I cannot sing with clean vocals, and that was my very first experience trying to do it. And for me, here in Spain, we had like 5 editions, and nobody came with my register. And I've never imagined that this could happen. But then they reached me out through social media because they were like tired of having always the same profile.
Hey.
And yeah, I thought, yeah, why not? I like to be the first one because that it's something important for everybody, you know, for the stream metal scene, and for myself because you have the chance of being in front of millions of people that are watching the TV show, and that helped me a lot, just to spread the word about my Bendel Hunter, about myself. And next summer, we were playing in a lot of summer festivals here in Spain, and everybody was talking about ourselves. So it was a very cool thing to do, I think, and it was very, very funny. The other people that was involved in the TV show was very funny and very kind to me, so I felt very good.
Cool. Hey, how big is your CD collection? I saw a huge collection of Moonspell you're
Oh
having.
yeah. Yeah, I'm a freak. Yes, I have a lot of CDs and DVDs and stuff, you know, but I must admit that with in the last years, I stopped to buy so many CDs because I just decided to buy another things like merchandise, I don't know, T-shirts and stuff like that, just to support the bands because I have no more space for CDs. I have like more than 200 CDs at my parents' house
Oh,
and a lot of CDs here. So I can stand them, all of them in I don't have more space, you know. And yes, I use a lot Spotify and other platforms. So for me, it's much easier, even for going in my car, just to use the Spotify and that's all. So I thought, yeah, but how can I help anyway? So I just decided to buy T-shirts and stuff like that.
okay. Well, the last question already. What's the
Oh.
first song of Nervosa new listeners should listen to?
Well, I think this is like a very powerful era of the band, and if you love the old Nervosa, you will love this anyway because the thrash essence it's always guaranteed. While Prika is still there because she's the founder member, so that thrash vibe will be there always. But we have different influences now, as you say, like Motorhead or punk or even death, even black metal. And I think this is a very positive thing because now the influences are wider. And even if you didn't like Nervosa before, maybe you will love it. And there were a lot of people commenting things like this, you know, like, yeah, I know Nervosa from before, but this is the first time that I decided to take a listen. And now, yes, I love it. So this is
Oh,
very cool. Yeah, this is very, very cool because that means that we are reaching new people. New people is listening to our music. So we are very, very happy with all the support that we are receiving. And yes, for sure, you will feel a lot of energy and kind of rock and roll vibes also, yeah.
okay. Well, thank you so much for the interview, Diva.
Oh, thank you so much. It's been amazing. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you. And if you don't mind, can we take a nice picture for the video where we put our metal
Yeah,
horns in the air?
sure. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Diva. It was such a pleasure to talk to you.
Oh, thank you so much. Very nice to meet you. Take care and have a nice weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye.